Yeah. So my first class was a Form 4 class.
Yeah.
And that's how I entered student just like that. Just purely by coincidence. I was actually shell-shocked. Now the problem was I never collected my degree. You remember? I told my mother. Because you're under control of our hormones. Now, consider 200 plus females in one school who have synchronized. We call it the week of chaos. Girls are fighting, they are crying. Even the teachers are being a bit unreasonable. Maybe the head of school is angry, you know? So those are some of the unique challenges I face in a girls' high school. And then teenagers are funding themselves. Yeah. And then they are Gen Z.
Even that was the next thing I was about to ask you. Like, hey, Gen Z, man, how are you doing it, by the way?
I don't know.
How did you adapt? Did you go for training, and should they bring up a system on how you should deal with Gen Z? Or
dealing with teenagers as a rule is you have to be an observer of life.
Okay.
As a teacher, you have to keep up with the trends, and then the school of TikTok also helps.
Okay.
You have to be an observer of life. The first day I was there, you're there, you're on TP, you've borrowed your mother's clothes because all you have are jeans and booty shorts. Because you're in your UN, you're wearing her ill-fitting clothes, just cussing her out because you're like, it was not for you. I'd be a fashion designer or a socialite, but now I have to be a teacher. And on the first day of assembly, they tried to go on strike.
No way.
First day.
Why though?
I don't, who cares? First day. Central Police came, there was tear gas. It was exciting. I was like, teaching is not boring.
Students.
Yeah, teaching is not boring. And then on Friday first week, Friday, I'm leaving school, I meet a student coming in with a panga. I'm like,
wait. First day this happened, second day panga.
Monday, riot. Friday at the end of the week, panga.
Reason being?
I'm like, where are you going? I'm going to be the head of school. I'm like, yo.
Which is you. My name is Ignite, and this is the Ignite Society. Thank you for joining us once again, and welcome to the show. It's going to be so wonderful. Today,
Ignite.
Today, I don't know where to start, but today is a very special day. I am in Kitengela International Schools. This is one of the biggest schools in Nairobi and Kajiado County. Trust me, this is benchmarking for schools. If you want to know what happens in a very, very, very upkept school system, this is the place. And today, alongside me is the beautiful, the wonderful, the intelligent, the so corporate. I don't know what word. She's the head of school, Kitengela Girls High School. I'm going to give her the chance to introduce herself officially. Welcome to the show. Salamia, guza upako.
Kuna venye umechocha mpaka I'm wondering if I recognize myself. My name is Muchoki. I'm an educationist. Currently I run Kitengela International Girls School. Kitengela International School is a group of 6 schools. We have 3 primaries, 1 junior secondary that's standalone, 1 British system, and then the school, Kitengela International Girls. I'm an educationist. That's what I do. I identify as a teacher. So who am I? I'm a woman first, very important, clearly. I'm African. I am a mother of 5. Wow. So I'm a warrior.
Wow.
And then I'm a teacher. So what I do basically is I influence lives. That's what I do. That's my life's purpose. My educational journey has been very interesting, to be honest. I fell into education by mistake, purely by mistake.
Wait, what?
Yes, it was a mistake.
Can you start there?
Yes, you can start there.
Because wow.
Yes, which talks about careers and the need for career assessment.
Yeah. That
my life's work was something that happened by mistake. After finishing KCSE in the last millennium, 1,000 years ago, I was called to university to do teaching. Now, at that point, I was very convinced that the Joint Admissions Board would pick us by throwing darts because I did not choose education.
Okay.
It's like they were like, Muchoki, mwalimu. I did not want to be a teacher.
Okay.
I did not at that point want to be a teacher. Teachers are not
What
cool.
did you want to be?
Anything but a teacher. I was not very sure what I wanted to be. I was just sure what I did not want to be.
Okay.
So because I have parents who care for me, my father booked an interview with the vice chancellor. At that time, you had the most educated president on earth. He was the chancellor for all universities. So the vice chancellor of Nairobi, he didn't know him to talk to me, you know, because my mom basically wanted to kill me. I didn't have a career plan. I just didn't want to be a teacher because not cool. So anyway, so I went there and then I realized life could be worse because he looked at my results and then he was like, well, you did well in science. You know, we could move you to science. And I was like, what?
Away with your best.
Let us just stick with history because I was not sure whose chemistry results those were that were appearing on mine.
But I was it was you who did the exam.
Let's just say I did the exam. Doing is very subjective.
I understand.
So I went to university under protest. In fact, when I finished,
you went?
Yeah, I went. Well, as you were raised by
African parents.
By African parents,
yeah.
You only riot to a point. We didn't have rights. You only had the right to life, maybe, if your mother was happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went to university under protest all the way. In fact, I remember when I read the rules, I was like, you must attend at least 2/3 of your classes. And I was like, oh, that means I can skip 1/3. But yeah, in fact, after I graduated from my mother, and your degree, yako, do as you wish. And then I was called to teach for teaching practice.
First school?
Nairobi, Milimani.
Wow.
That sounds like a good school. It's not.
It sounds. Hey, I've been to Milimani.
At that point, to be honest, Nairobi Milimani was akin to Isili Boys. At that point,
I know Isili Boys.
And I'll be very honest. Wacha tu niwachome. Mtajua vile mtafanya na hii content. The first day I was there, you know, you're there, you're on TP, you've borrowed your mother's clothes because all you have are jeans and booty shorts. Because you're in your UN, you're wearing her ill-fitting clothes, just cussing her out because you're like, it was not for you. I'd be a fashion designer or a socialite, but now I have to be a teacher. And on the first day of assembly, they tried to go on strike.
No way.
First day.
Why though?
I don't, who cares? The first day. Central Police came, there was tear gas. It was exciting. I was like, yeah, teaching is not boring.
Students.
Yeah, teaching is not boring. And then on Friday first week, Friday, I'm leaving school, I meet a student coming in with a panga. I'm like,
wait. First day this happened, second
first
day panga.
Week, Monday, riot. Friday at the end of the week, panga.
Reason being?
I'm like, where are you going? I'm going to be the head of school. I'm like, yo.
Which is you?
No, I was at TP.
Oh, I was like, what?
I was like, yo, teaching is not boring. Please remember I was young and foolish.
Yeah.
But these are the incidents that were like, gave me a better view. But to be honest, what changed my mind is in class. This was clearly a school at that time that had discipline issues very clearly.
Yeah.
But in class, I really connected with the students. Like, it was fun.
Okay.
I was teaching something I really loved, which is history. Everyone thinks I'm a teacher of English.
Because your English is...
Yes, I speak a lot of English. I agree. But I was teaching history and those kids had fun. We connected. And I only taught them for 3 months. And to this day, we still message each other. You know, they're still like, you're my favorite teacher.
Aww.
And that's when I realized I liked teaching.
Okay.
So after that, I finished.
That was now the turnaround. That was like the shift.
So I finished university, and then I was lucky enough to go to another good school, Starehe Boys Center. Wow. Now that is where it cemented my love for teaching. That school is just, those kids were special.
How is Starehe though?
Starehe is...
how was it for you, like your first week?
Okay, first of all, how I went into Starehe is also a story because my life is dramatic.
Okay.
I remember again my mother, when my mother passed away, but apparently she had a lot of influence in my life. Called me at home and told me Starehe is looking for a teacher.
Okay.
I was out and about, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like, hii tunaenda tu ndio mamangu asiniwe. Again, very important.
Yes.
So you can report back. Nilienda. I didn't know you were going to employ me.
Okay.
So I walk in wearing jeans, very casual, because I'd come from town. And because you get some form of arrogance when you think something is not going to happen, I remember walking into the principal's office. Then he was called Mr. Kitengela. He also passed away. And I told him, I'm really looking for a teacher of history. Here I am. And 4 hours later, I had a contract.
No way.
I'd met Griffin. I had a contract.
Yeah, that was so fast.
I was taken to class. I had a class interview. And because, again, arrogance, because I'm like, there is no way this is happening. I was told, can you teach Form 4? I'm like, Kwani? Kwani, Konini. So my first class was a Form 4 class. And that's how I entered Starehe, just like that. Just purely by coincidence. I was actually shell-shocked. Now, the problem was I never collected my degree. So you remember, I told my mother, so I got my degree. Started teaching at Starehe. Stayed there for 12 years. History all the way, very good performance, but they're brilliant kids. Then I moved on to M-Pesa Foundation Academy as founding faculty. I've been very lucky.
You have a good
in my education journey, I've been very, very lucky. For founding faculty, where I was heading academics, and then Kitengela International called me. I remember I came here for an interview on a Wednesday. My interview ended at 1. They must have had some form of belief in me because they called me the next day.
After the interview,
I've been here for 2 years. So that's my inner career journey. I think what is important to note is I found the career of my life by mistake.
But now, the process, the whole process, what is your feeling? How do you feel right now? Like from what happened when you started teaching till now, all this experience, it culminates to one feeling. What is your feeling?
Pride, actually, surprisingly. Pride. And not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. Being a teacher is a heavy thing. That's why we call it a noble career. You know, it's a calling.
It is.
You are holding children's futures in your hands.
That's a big.
It's a big. It's a big responsibility
to carry.
To know that you can make or break a child. Right?
Once.
You can be having a bad day, and then you say something to a child that changes their direction for the next 10 years and requires therapy. Just by simply saying, when a teacher tells you, "Better Nifala,"
you're like,
it hits more than if anyone else, even your parent tells you
that.
Because this person is supposed to give you skills. And they're supposed to get your intelligence.
True.
So it's a heavy thing. I am proud to say, in fact, the other day someone told me, what do you want in your life? And I realized I've influenced so many lives. I'm okay with dying. I think it's okay.
Like you've impacted too much.
I have done what I was meant to do on this earth. And now I've moved into administration, which was a hard thing, moving from staff room. And by then I'm a teacher because of karma. I think you can tell the kind of student I was. So karma it's different being on the other side of the principal's table. Because I have a lot of experience being on this side. I was being called into the principal's office a lot.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Are you surprised?
No.
I think even the cameraman could have figured that out.
Have you though?
I mean, you can tell, right? I was not necessarily an indisciplined child. I just had an opinion, and I would operate like mafia. So I was never really caught. But I remember some of the things I did in high school. But here's the thing.
Most teachers don't like opinions from students.
I don't know. True. But my attitude is, it's important for children to have... Those children who lead riots and food raids are leaders.
Yes, true.
The ability to corral people and make them do something.
Something like that, actually.
Is leadership. So sometimes I look at a child who is considered a discipline problem and give them a leadership position, and a lot of times they surprise you. I think it's very important for women to have opinions. So in my school, you're allowed to have an opinion. It's just that doesn't mean your opinion is right.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's a different way we lead this school. And now I'll segue right into some of the challenges we have. Imagine. One of the things I do in my school is mental health is not shameful. It's a disease like any other. You can have diabetes. Or you can have...
you need to know how to address it
eczema. You can have a mental condition. Does that mean you should not have an education?
Not really.
Yeah. So as teachers, we not only teach, we nurture, and we ensure, especially in a boarding school, by the way. I'm a parent to 200 plus my own 5.
Very challenging. 205.
Yeah, 200 plus and 5. Okay. So it's challenging. It's challenging, and they all want love. They all want to be recognized.
Yeah. They all have needs.
Yeah, it's not
challenges.
For the faint-hearted. It's not for the faint-hearted. But I'm not bored, which is very important.
What pressure? What pressure do you like get?
Of course, the pressure of exams. Because we want these kids to pass the best.
You did really well, though.
I know, right? I know, slow and steady.
Like, she did really well.
Yeah, slow and steady. We finally hit a C+.
Yeah.
Average.
So to the sky.
Yeah, to the
sky. Your second year.
Third KCSE because COVID.
Yeah.
So my first KCSE, when I came in, we were at a 6 to a 6.5 to a 7.1, which shows a steady, proper.
Right. Yeah.
I'll tell you the worst thing about exams. The hardest thing about exams.
Okay.
It's having integrity. Having integrity. It is hard to choose to have integrity. Yeah,
it's always hard. Okay, in Kenya.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
It's a struggle. And I'm not going to go here and be like, oh, Saint Anna, I cannot cheat because Jesus, Allah. No, that's not it. That's not it. You see, KCSE determines your life.
Yeah, true.
People underestimate how important KCSE is. If they think it's about from 1 to 4.
Which is not.
When did you enter school, by the way?
Which?
Nursery.
Yeah.
At what age?
I don't even remember.
Like 3.
3, yeah.
KCSE is a culmination
of
from
nursery, yeah.
Basic education all the way, 15 to 16 years of education.
What you've been doing.
Yeah. From that point when you entered snot-nosed and illiterate, and I think teachers of preschool need to be paid the most money.
Oh my God, I say that all the time. I say that all the time. They need to come on.
They even do potty training.
They clean. Oh my God.
Maybe those teachers are angels.
They're legends.
And they deserve spa treatments,
massage,
mental health, free therapy.
They need free therapy.
Because me, I'm a mother of 5. I can't imagine that those people take them for other boys. They take them for swimming and bring them back alive. And then also teach them.
Imagine like a bus full of tiny kids.
Like our play school.
So chaotic.
And then they take them for swimming and bring them back alive with their whole full school uniform. And then also teach them A, B, C, D. Like none of us would be who we are without those primary.
No, every one of us pass through their hands. Like your parents just trust this stranger.
I can't do that work. I love teenagers. I love them. I cannot do preschool.
But what are the challenges that come with dealing with teenagers?
Oh, first of all, the angst. Teenagers are angsty and moody.
In fact, especially you are dealing with girls.
School.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say something that people never talk about.
Let us hear that.
Oh God, this is just, I don't know whether you have to cut it out. There are unique challenges,
Okay.
Like you've heard about this synchronization thing,
Yeah.
Where during a certain time of the month, if females are together over a long period, we synchronize.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
So synchronizing, it means we go through menstruation all at the same time. So you have 70% of the
school is going through some.
Please remember, a lot of teachers are also female.
Oh my God.
So basically, teachers and students are PMSing at the same time.
Can I tell you something? When you're talking about menstrual, for me as a young man, I understand that period of time and what it entails.
You don't understand it.
Okay, I'm trying. I'm not understanding. Lakini we try to understand. We always try to.
You try, but there are so many things you don't understand about what happens to a woman. But the thing is, for the most part, I think we should be considered temporarily insane. Temporal insanity, because we are in the control of our hormones. And what most people don't realize is, even us, you are wondering what is wrong with us. You're also an audience. You're like,
true story.
True story. Yeah, because even us, you don't understand what's going on.
No way.
Because you're under control of our hormones. Now, consider 200 plus females in one school who have synchronized. We call it the week of chaos. Girls are fighting, they are crying. Even the teachers are being a bit unreasonable. maybe the head of school is angry, So those are some of the unique challenges I face in a girls' high school. And then teenagers are funding themselves. There's that period in life where they are rebelling against authority because they want to be their own person.
They want to be true.
They are trying to find out the kind of adults they will be. And then they are Gen Z.
Even that was the next thing I was about to ask you. Like, hey, Gen Z, man, how are you doing it, by the way?
I don't know.
How did you adapt? Did you go for training, and should they bring up a system on how you should deal with Gen Z? Or
dealing with teenagers as a rule is you have to be an observer of life.
Okay.
As a teacher, you have to keep up with the trends, and then the school of TikTok also helps.
Okay.
You have to be an observer of life. Gen Z were raised in a time that is difficult.
Okay.
They have access to information that we didn't have.
Hey, trust me.
And we are not supposed to have.
We are not supposed to have. Yeah, true.
And they have all this information at their fingertips, but none of the authority to do anything with it.
Gen Z?
You're Gen Z, definitely. Yeah. So you are what they call Xennial. Yeah. So and then they have been raised by parents who believe in gentle parenting.
Yeah.
So these children have rights, they have opinions, and one of the biggest challenges of being a teacher generally is that you are held to a way higher standard than parents. If you understand what I'm saying. They actually expect us to take care of them in a way that them themselves are not able to. And they question us about it.
Yeah.
And there's this concept that a teacher is a parent. So in fact, I'm looking straight into the camera. I am a teacher. My job is to impart knowledge. My job is not to raise your child.
Her job is to raise your child.
No, it's not. Knowledge. We refuse. We are not parents. I cannot be a parent to 200 plus. I cannot be a parent to 1,000 Starehe boys.
Okay.
I am awesome, but I'm not God. Yeah, so
Kinda.
I wish parents would realize that when you're calling about your child, it's not that you don't like them. Actually, for the most part, you don't have an opinion or the other because you don't have the emotional bandwidth to love all children. You just want to do what's best for them. Okay. So when I'm calling you for a discipline issue, I'm not attacking you. I just want us to realign this child. But now we normally have to we often have to fight Gen Z parents and their students at the same time, their children at the same time. Adults are supposed to be on the same side.
Dealing with Gen Z parents, most of the time, are they on your side or on the kids' side?
Half.
Ignite. Williams.